Greetings of peace, love, and enlightenment. This is, over there. God is not new. All right. I'm going to give everyone a sneak peek into my latest book that I've written called A Comprehensive Guide to Freebirth, Normalizing Birth for Healthy Women. All right. This is the first edition. There will be more. I write under the alias Nanu Umema Naima Neptet. All right. That is for a reason. I understand I write under that alias. You can find my music and my art under Nanu. All right. And of course, if I'm speaking or speaking or teaching or performing live, um, then I prefer to be affirmed as God is Nanu. All right. But my mama named me Joanna. All right. So you can also find me or hear me called Joanna or Joanna X. All right. Now, I'm just going to tell you a little bit, just share a little bit of this book with you. Now, this is the only book on free birth written by a Black woman. Okay. Now, there aren't very many books on free birth specifically. So my book is one of two, probably. From the last time I researched, there's only two books out there. And my book, you see, is very thin, very short, straight to the point, just like I am. I'm true to who I am. I'm the same way I am all the time. Okay, I'm like this all the time. I don't like to waste time. I don't like to blow smoke up anybody's butt. Okay, when I give information, I like to make sure that I'm giving useful information, something that you can use right away, something that you can take with you to births. If you are a birth worker, something you can take with you to births. There's checklists in here. And really quickly, I'm just going to share with you all the table of contents. All right. Just going to share the table of contents really quickly. So you can see it's packed full of information, but not a waste of time. This is written more like a textbook. It's not very, it's not very emotionally driven. It's just factual information in here that you can refer to, that you can use to educate yourself on what free birth is, and making sure you have everything that you need as a healthy woman to go ahead and birth freely, okay? But you have the right to do the right over your own body, your own being, okay? You can birth freely, all right? Now it's amazing how I'm not gonna go there. So this is my pro-life mission right here, okay? So that we can save lives, all right? Because our mamas and our babies are dying in the hospitals. And I do believe free birth is a viable solution for healthy women in order to make sure that they have a safe and sacred birth, all right? So we want to normalize birth for healthy women. There's no reason birth has to be traumatic. There's no reason birth has to be in a medical emergency or anything like that. So this book is going to equip you with what you need to avoid, all of the pitfalls and to equip you, okay? Now I'm going to read through the table of contents. I talk about free birth, what's high risk, so as you can understand. I go through prenatal care, what prenatal care looks like, and I go through what prenatal care looks like if you're going through an OBGYN or a midwife, and what the difference is for those who are free birthing on their own, and the different exams and tests and things that you can do for yourself, and how those can be carried out for yourself. There's a side-by-side comparison of all your prenatal care options. There's the pros and cons of each type of care, prenatal, and there's a prenatal self-care checklist. The next section is about holistic and naturopathic solutions to negative tests and exam results. Yes, ma'am. So I go over the different holistic professionals that you can use during your pregnancy. Okay. You do not have to go to an OBGYN to make sure that you're having a healthy pregnancy. But you do need to make sure you're having a healthy pregnancy, okay? Especially if you want to free birth, you need to know that you're healthy, okay? Because that's going to help you overcome those fears and overcome those objections and the lies that you cannot have a healthy, wonderful, sacred birth experience, okay? All right. And I talk about in that section diets and herbs and supplements, and also there's a section on support options for free birthers where we discuss the different support options and the different ways that those who in the free birth community think about each of those different options, the pros and cons of those options. We also talk about, I have a section on readiness for being born, an entire section on that, where we go over the Bishop score. We go over natural ways to induce labor. Then the next session is possible birth complications. Okay, where yes, I go over the possible birth complications, all the ones that are necessary to know if you are a healthy mama. Okay, and how you can prevent those birth complications, as well as what you can do in emergency situation if emergency care is not available. Okay, so this is full of good information that can help save some lives. All right. Now the next session is about making the first moments count. I'll go over the APGAR score, neonatal resuscitation, okay, skin to skin, and lotus birth versus delayed cord clamping. Some of that is going over the thoughts and beliefs in the free birth community, all right, as well as some facts. The next section is on postpartum care. What does typical care look like? I go over care, the difference between care by OBGYN, a midwife, doula, other birth workers, and what self-care can look like, or having birth sisters, which is something that I've developed as a part of my nonprofit organization. You want to have birth sisters in your local organization, especially those of us who cannot afford to be cash cows during our postpartum period. Yeah, I said it like that. Some people can, get what you can afford. Absolutely. Pamper yourself if that's what you want to do. Absolutely. Why not? And let's hope that they're competent, right? So also your postpartum self-care checklist is there for mama and for baby. Okay, so you can know what to look out for. All right, during your postpartum period. There's also I go over possible postpartum complications. All right, what to look for, how to prevent those things, as well as how to deal with those things in an emergency situation if nobody's there right away. And then I have a lot of printouts and resources, diagrams, score charts, and some scales and things like that can be used during your self checks and things like that. All right, and here's the back cover of the book, dedicated to all my children, born and unborn, biological and otherwise. All right, now I'm on a mission to save lives, to save Black lives. I would appreciate everyone's support and help in this mission to save Black lives. If you don't know, you haven't heard me say it before because there's not enough people talking about it. Our Black women, not all women, our Black women and Black babies are being murdered either through neglect or purposely in these hospitals, and they're getting away with it, and it's a silent thing that's going on. And a lot of our mamas and families, Black families, don't know that this is happening to them. Okay, so we need to understand that this is a major problem in this country. Okay, and unlike when somebody dies, thank God for phone cameras. That when somebody gets shot in the street, that it's being publicized now, and it's being made evident to those of us who are still, kind of asleep and think that we're in a loving and friendly environment when we're in a war zone. But that being said, you know, nobody's taking cameras in the hospitals and recording the doctors and seeing how they're violating Black women and violating and murdering our babies. Okay, nobody's video recording that. Please stop letting your babies be taken anywhere outside of your room or anywhere in the room where you can't see them. Okay. It's real. It's real out here. Y'all got to stop being ignorant and naive. Um, it is what it is. So, I'm speaking out about this, and I would appreciate your support as I continue to go out into the community to educate our sisters, okay, on free birth and on Black maternal health, all right, and give them alternatives. All right, and make sure everybody understands the alternatives that they have, irregardless of their socioeconomic status. All right. So, here's the book. Go cop the book. Okay, go cop the book. If you're not giving birth anytime soon, buy it for someone you know and love so that they can be educated and that they can be competent and they can be empowered. Okay, do that. Do that for us as a people, as a community. Okay, this is not about me. It is not about you. It is about us as a whole. So, put aside whatever your feelings may be, and let's get this work done so that we can save lives. Okay, because tiptoeing around this problem and this issue and thinking that we're going to get the same people who are murdering our people to help us and contribute to this is erroneous. Okay, it is not going to help us today. So those who are healthy can get this book, can go ahead and free birth their babies, and those who are not healthy, you need to work on your health. You need to work on your health. Get with a nutritionist. Get with a naturopathic doctor. We have plenty of Black naturopathic doctors. If you seek them, you'll find them. Okay, find you a good Black doctor. Find you a good Black nutritionist, somebody that looks like you, that you know can be trusted. All right. And that's all I have. Unless anybody have any questions. Sometimes I'm not seeing the comments. I have to go look for them because we do have to deal with virtual discrimination. It is what it is. Sometimes the views are not showing what the views really are, because I know for a fact, at least a few people that I know for a fact have me on their screen. So, that being said, we have to stop getting caught up in appearances and get real with ourselves and work on our mental health so we're not being disillusioned, okay? And we're not getting caught up in a false reality, okay? Because things are getting more real out here every day, and you want to be equipped with the information that you need to have, okay? What if you can't access the internet? Don't wait to the last minute. Educate yourself in advance. Have what you need. Prepare for the future that you want. All right. And you can get this book out. It's on Amazon. Of course, it'll be probably hard to type in and find because it's something written by us, right? So it'll be hard to just type it in and find it. But what you can do is you can go straight to my website, and I have the link there if you prefer to order off of Amazon or order from Barnes and Nobles, whatever. But you can also order from me, okay? You can order autographed copies. You can order different formatting with what kind of cover you want, a spiral, whatever you want. You can order it from my website. You can go to www.goddessnotnew.com, all right? And you'll find there my books, okay? This is the only one I have up right now, okay? Because this is the mission that I'm on right now. Copy your book, copy your book, copy your book. All right. And I do love feedback. So please comment, respond, and yes, we do take donations. If you want to send me a personal donation, feel free to cash at me. God is not new. so I can be motivated to get me an ice cream cone or lemonade as I go out here knocking on these doors, okay? Because I'm really doing the work. I'm not sitting around on some grant money talking about it. Ain't nobody funding me to do this. I'm doing this work because I love y'all, all right? And I'd appreciate some love back. Yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right. And if you want to get involved in the nonprofit, I would love some people who don't want to sit around on their butts thinking the Savior is going to come and save us, but will help me do this work of educating our sisters so we can actually in reality lower these rates because they're still rising. I know y'all are part of so many organizations and they have all these Black birth movements going on, but guess what? The rates are still rising, you guys, because nobody wants to do what it really takes. Okay, nobody wants to go into the hood and knock on the doors and pass out information that they need and talk to these sisters and love on these sisters and let these sisters know what time it is. Nobody really wants to do that. Okay, so nobody wants to offer sliding scales or pro bono services, because that's what our people need, because our people are broke. We are in economic enslavement. Okay, so, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please, you can go to my YouTube page and subscribe and like the video. Click the bell for notifications. All right. Peace, love, and enlightenment. Black power.